Hi everyone, this is Anna and thank you for clicking onto my YouTube channel, Anna's Take with the Twist. In this video, we're going to talk about the new TV series titled Memory of a Killer. I'm very intrigued by this for a number of reasons. For one, it's a crime drama / psychological thriller, and it is based on source material. It started off as a book, which then became a movie, and then had a remake, and now it's a TV series, yes. Now, I think it's going to be a huge hit for a number of reasons. And as usual, all the obvious reasons are going to be at the beginning and the not so obvious reasons aren't, so please stay until the end. And if at any point today you like today's video, please hit the like button and like the video. Okay, so the Alzheimer's case by Belgian author Jef Geeraerts was published in 1985. Now, he is considered to be the godfather of Flemish thrillers, so needless to say, the book did very well. So the Coles notes for this book are 6 prominent members within the Belgian judiciary and world politics are killed. Hitman Enzo Letta is the prime suspect, yet he suffers from Alzheimer's. Now, the book is said to be very well researched, and it actually won an award in 1985 for the same year that it was published. And it won the award, which is called the Houdenstrap Award, and translated into English, means Golden Noose Award. Now, it is a major prize for Dutch language crime fiction. So the award-winning book was adapted into a movie, and the movie actually changed the name. It was named now Memory of a Killer, which is the same name as the TV series. So the 2003 Belgian movie is described as: an aging hitman, Angelo Letta, learns that he has Alzheimer's, yet he chooses to do one last job. The intended victim, though, is a 12-year-old girl, and he refuses to kill her. As a result, he is now has a price put on his head. So it sounds like the movie and the book are a little bit different, but that sometimes happens. So the movie, Memory of a Killer, had a budget of $3.3 million. Now, it is a Belgian movie, so it did have a smaller market. So the worldwide sales were just under $713,000, so a bit of a loss. It did have a re-release in 2005, and it was actually available on different streaming services like Apple TV. Now, I tried to watch the movie on Apple TV, however, it was not available. I did, however, watch the trailer, which I thought was very interesting. So even though the movie had a loss, it didn't stop it from having a remake. So in 2022, the remake was titled Memory, starring Liam Neeson, which, by the way, is available on some streaming services for an additional fee. And it's actually also available on DVD. Yes, I got it from the library, as I do pretty much everything. So I did watch that, and I would say that if I was to describe it, I would say that it is an aging hitman named Alex Lewis, learns that he has Alzheimer's, yet chooses to do one more job. The intended victim, though, is a 12-year-old girl, and he refuses to kill her. As a result, there's a price on his head. So it sounds like it's a direct remake with the name change. So I watched the movie. I thought it was just very interesting, and I will say that the budget for the movie Memory, starring Liam Neeson, was $30 million. Now, it did say for the box office that the sales were between $13.2 and $14 million, with DVD sales coming in at $2.1 million, and of course it did have some streaming money, so it came in at a loss. So if the adaptation Memory of the Killer from 2003 came in at a loss, and the remake Memory from 2022 came in at a loss, why are they making a TV series? So I'm going to say it's probably because Alzheimer's is on the rise, and there's a lot of actually other reasons too. I think the stars aligned on this one. Anyway, according to U.S. data, 5% of people between the ages of 65 and 74 have Alzheimer's. And then 13% of the people between 75 and 84 have Alzheimer's. And 30% of people 85 years and over have Alzheimer's. So it's unfortunate. So right now, there are 55 million people worldwide who have the disease. And who have Alzheimer's and different forms of dementia. And it is said that it is going to grow to 10 million people per year. So the TV series is probably going to have at least one medical doctor specializing in Alzheimer's, which will help, the actors. They're going to tell the actors, like, no, the person wouldn't move like that. No, they wouldn't say that. They, how they would behave. So as an audience, that would be good for us because we would actually glean some information as it's different symptoms that we could look for and different coping mechanisms. So is that why they cast Patrick Dempsey as the lead for Angelo Flannery? I mean, he did play neurosurgeon Dr. Derek Shepherd, a.k.a. McDreamy, on the medical drama Grey's Anatomy for 11 seasons. Yes, I didn't know that, actually. So neurosurgeons are involved in Alzheimer's research and emerging treatments. So maybe casting Patrick Dempsey was just a happy accident, as they like to say. So on a side note, he was so incredibly convincing in his portrayal of Dr. Derek Shepherd, a.k.a. McDreamy, on the TV series Grey's Anatomy that some fans, I cannot make this up, some fans truly believed that he could operate on them. So yes. Now, since 49% of the audience for the opening weekend were women, casting Patrick Dempsey, a.k.a. McDreamy, who is also People Magazine's 2023 pick for Sexiest Man Alive, is an excellent decision if you want to grow your female audience. So even though he turned 60 this year on January 13th, 2026, happy belated birthday, Mr. Patrick Dempsey, he's playing the role of Angelo Flannery, who is in his 50s. Now, Odea Rush is playing his married daughter, Maria, and she's playing the role of someone in her early to mid 20s who is very, very pregnant. So with her mother, let's say, out of the picture, Angelo must now continue to protect his daughter and his only child and his only grandchild, his unborn grandchild, from all of the things of his hitman life and the fact that he has Alzheimer's, because he's hiding that from everyone, including his daughter Maria. So Ed Whitmore and Tracy Malone created, developed, and are executive producers for this TV series. Both are British screenwriters, and they've been in the business for a long time, and they've both worked on the TV series Silent Witness, which is now in its 29th season. So they've worked on a lot of different projects too. So in my opinion, Ed Whitmore and Tracy Malone have thought of literally everything for this TV series to be a huge, huge, huge success. Like you think about it, Patrick Dempsey is a complicated anti-hero named Angelo Flannery. Now his boss named Dutch. Okay, so his boss named Dutch, who's played by Michael Imperioli, not only played the mob protege Christopher on the TV series The Sopranos, he actually wrote 5 episodes for the series itself. So I'm going to say that whoever thought of Angelo having a pregnant daughter in season 1 is an absolute genius. Between the sandwich generation of children looking after their aging parents while they're looking after their children and trying to still have their own life, and all the things that are going to be going on with Angelo, like moment by moment, because it is a psychological thriller, crime drama, and his hiding his Alzheimer's. I mean, honestly, the storylines for this are endless, and I think they're going to be very action-packed, and I'm very excited for it. So the first season has 10 episodes, which doesn't mean that remaining, like the other seasons, will have like more or less. They could have like more or less episodes, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry about that. I'm going to predict right now that this series will have at least 65 episodes, putting it into syndication. And I think it's going to do very well. But here's the thing. A show is only going to last as long as it makes money and or as long as the actor who plays the main character wants to have that role, which is probably why Patrick Dempsey is now also an executive producer. So his being executive producer for the TV series means that he is going to be more committed, more invested in the series, and he also gets paid more money. So I think that's an excellent decision. So because Patrick Dempsey and Michael Imperioli are internationally known actors, I am going to suggest that a little bit late now actually for a suggestion, but I'm thinking that the TV series is going to be either dubbed, have subtitles, or both, and that would help them reach a whole new market. Now, for anyone who doesn't already know, the TV series, the first 2 episodes are going to be airing on Sunday, January 26th after football, so we don't know when that is, and each episode is going to be an hour long. Now, how much actual content is going to be there, I don't know. I'm guessing that's going to have the industry standard of somewhere between like 42 and a half to 46 and a half minutes of actual content, and I'm very excited. Now, it is going to be after football, so I don't know how late that's going to be, but it is going to be airing on CTV. So CTV in Canada is like a network station, and in the States it's going to be airing on Fox. Now, people who stream, next day it's going to be available on Crave and on Hulu. So this TV series, Memory of a Killer, is actually produced by Warner Brothers Television, Fox Entertainment, Well Entertainment, and iWorks. I would like to say that I did work on the TV series for one day. Background holding, the food, set, traveling to and from set was great, so thank you very much for that. So thank you, actually, for everyone who stayed until the very end of this video. Thanks again for watching Anna's Take with the Twist. If you liked today's video, you can always like the video. Of course, you can always leave a comment, and yes, you can always subscribe. Thanks again for watching Anna's Take with the Twist, and that's a wrap.